Welcome back everyone to another episode of Pineleaf Responds, and today I'm responding to Andang's question, why do I craft? And the short answer is that my primary craft that I do is cooking. Why cooking? Because it brings some nice consumables that you could use during your adventuring. The types of consumables that you get from cooking are your basic types of foods, which are to help you to regain power and morale. Some of them have more emphasis on in combat and some out of combat on there. So of course this is good because extra healing, especially when you're soloing, is very useful. The second type you have are those that improve your ability scores, so therefore some extra vitality or perhaps some extra might, depending upon the situation. So yes, I find those very useful to have. We also, of course, can have some soups, which allow you to improve your resistances against various things, because improved resistances are great to have, especially if you're going against a large number of opponents that are attempting to put debuffs on you and the like. So those three items are all very useful. And of course, you also have at the higher levels coffee. And a little bit of extra coffee will allow you to run faster while you're out of combat. And that could make getting around quite a bit easier when you're doing things not mounted. And that is pretty much it. I like to craft for consumables. And those often, when I want to craft, I am doing it for cooking consumables. When I take on other professions, for example, if I were a burglar at one point, I would have been a weaponsmith because of all the things you could make in order to help your burglary as a weaponsmith. All these things that you could make in order to help your class. And that's how you usually decided which ones to do. So therefore, what do I craft? For consumables. I usually don't worry too much about crafting armor. I usually don't worry about crafting legendary stuff. I'm in there mainly for the consumables, and the most common consumables that I go after are the various foods, which is why the most common vocation I take is the yeoman. Now when I say the yeoman, that means that gives me the ability to farm the ingredients I need, and it also gives me ability to actually cook it. As for the final part of the equation, the tailoring, I usually skip that part. So the answer to the question, why do I craft? For the consumables, especially the food. And that's it for today's response. And until next time, this is Pineleaf Noodles reminding you to cook responsibly.